Hello friends, welcome. In this class we will talk about the one of the market structure, that is the oligopoly market structure. In this we will talk about the meaning and the characteristics of the oligopoly, the causes and the effects of oligopoly, price output determination in oligopoly, and the collusive oligopoly. So let's start with what is the meaning, the basic meaning and the definition of the oligopoly market structure. Okay. So oligopoly is a kind of the market structure in which there is a few sellers and they may selling the homogeneous or the differentiated product, and they all are, the few sellers are compete against each other in the whole industry. Okay. So there is a few seller and they all are compete with each other. Okay. And there is element of interdependency in this market structure. What is the meaning of interdependency here? It means that the action or the decision taken by the one firm affects the trade or the decisions to the other firm or the strategy of the other firm. Okay. So before taking any decision, the firm have to think about whole the industry and the reaction of all other firm. So this is known as the oligopoly market structure. It is a kind of the imperfect competition. It is a form of the imperfect competition. Okay. So this is about the oligopoly. Let's have the classification of oligopoly. The oligopoly market structure is mainly classified into the two types. The first one is the duopoly and the second one is the oligopoly. As from the name itself, we can understand that duopoly means there is two sellers. If in the firm, in the whole industry, there is only two sellers, then we can say that it is a duopoly. Okay. It is further divided into the pure competition and impure competition, or you can say imperfect competition. Okay. So the pure competition is when the firm is selling the identical product. When the firm in the industry is selling the identical products, then we can say that there is the pure competition in the duopolistic market. Okay. And if the firm is selling the differentiated product, then there is the imperfect or the impure competition in the duopoly market. Okay. The same way, the oligopoly is also divided in the pure and the impure market, impure competition. The same as the duopoly, in the oligopoly, also the firm, if the firm selling the identical product, then we can say that it is a pure competition in the oligopolistic market. And if they are selling the differentiated product, then there is imperfect competition in oligopoly market. Okay. So this is about the classification of the oligopoly market structure. So now let's move on to the causes of oligopoly. What are the causes of the oligopoly market structure? Let's understand it one by one. In the causes, the first one is that there is the economies of scale. Okay. In these oligopoly, the firm having the heavy investment, okay, and the firm is also using the improved technology, and as the firm having the heavy investment and using the improved technology, they are able to retain the economies of scale in terms of the price, in terms of the production, or it may be in terms of the sales, etc. Okay, and therefore they are able to compete with the other firms in the industry. Okay, so the first causes of the oligopoly is that there is the economies of scale. Okay, the second one is that there is barrier to entry. In the oligopoly market structure, there is the high or the significant entry barrier in the industry. Okay, the new entrant can easily enter into the market for the production purposes. Okay? Because the product or the raw material, the ownership of the raw material is under the firm, and the product is also patented and licensed. Okay, and due to the patented product and the ownership of the raw material under the firm, under the control of the firm, the new firm can't enter into the market as they do not have the control over the raw material and the product. Okay, so there is a very high, very significant barrier to the entry in the oligopoly. Okay, so this is one of the cause. The next cause is the merger. You understand that the action of one firm affects the decision or the trades to the other firm. Okay. So if one firm reduces or increases their price, the other firm will definitely affect by that, by the policy of the one firm, and therefore the decision taken by one firm, before taking the decision, the firm should consider the whole industry, and it will create the competition, high level of competition, and if it is in terms of the price, then it may increase the price war in the industry. And to avoid the both of these in the industry, the firm would like to merge with each other. They are setting the price, or they may divide the market structure, market demand. Okay, and therefore they may avoid the competition and price war in the industry. Okay. The next causes of the oligopoly is that there is a mutual interdependence. To avoid the competition, to avoid the high price wars, the firm would like to set the price of the product, or they are setting the output, okay, beforehand, and therefore they avoid the competition. So we can say that there is a mutual interdependency with all the firms in the market. So this is all about the causes of the oligopoly market structure. Now let's move on to the characteristics of the oligopoly market structure. Okay, the first and the foremost characteristics is there is a mutual interdependence. We have talked about it. The interdependence, the they do the agreement, they set the prices or they set the output in the firm, and they made the agreement with each other. So we can say that there is a mutual interdependence in the market. Okay. The next characteristics of it is the demand curve in the oligopoly market structure is indeterminable. Determinable. Okay. Why the demand curve is indeterminable in the oligopoly? Because if the other firm will change the strategy or make the decisions, okay, then the demand curve will also change. So we can determine the demand curve in the oligopoly market structure, but we can say that the demand curve of the oligopoly is the more elastic than the monopoly, okay, but it is lesser elastic than the perfect competition. So this is one of the characteristics of the oligopoly. And the other characteristics of the oligopoly is there is a price rigidity. In the oligopoly, we have the stability in terms of the price. The price in the oligopoly market remains stable. If the one firm would change the price, let's say raise the price of the product, okay, and if they raise the price, the other firm will definitely not raise the price, and the profit will taken away by the other firm, as a customer will shift to the other product, okay. And if they reduce the price, okay, then the other firm will also reduce the price, and they are not able to get the additional benefit, the additional profit of the reducing the price, okay. So therefore the firm would not like to change their prices, and therefore we have the price rigidity in the oligopoly market structure. So these all are the characteristics of the oligopoly. Now let's talk about the effects of the oligopoly. What all are the effects of the oligopoly? The first one is that we have the small output and higher prices. In the oligopoly, the firm sells their product at a higher price and provides the low level of the output. Okay. The second is there is a restriction on the entry, that is the entry barrier due to the patent and the trademark and the ownership and the control of the raw material with the firm itself. Then the next effect is the price exceeds the average cost. That means that the price is much more higher than the average cost. So the customer have to pay the more price for the less quality product, okay, or the less quantity product. The next effect is, we can say that there is a lower efficiency. Oligopoly firm is not operate at the optimal scale of the operation. Okay. They operated below that optimal level, and therefore we can say that there is a lower efficiency. Okay. The oligopoly firm incurs the high cost on the advertisement, on the sales promotion. They are using the aggressive and extensive weapon to promote their product, and therefore there is a very high selling cost. And as the selling cost is higher, the price of the product is also higher. Okay. The next effect is as there is a differentiated product, the customers have the wide range of the product. Okay, so they have the more choices in terms of the product. Okay, the next effect is there is no welfare activity. Okay. The oligopoly firm spends lot of the amount on the selling cost, that is the advertising activity or the promoting of their product activity. Okay, so it fares fairly bad in terms of the economic welfare of the society or of the market structure. Okay, so these all are the effects of the oligopoly market structure. Now let's talk about the price determination, price output determination in the oligopoly market structure. Here in the classification of the oligopoly, we have divided it into the two parts, that is the duopoly and the oligopoly. So the price output determination we will do in the two parts itself, that is the price output determination in the duopoly market and the price output determination in the oligopoly market. So in the oligopoly market, if the firm is selling the same product, that is the identical product, okay, they are selling the identical product and we know that there is only two sellers in the whole industry. In the duopoly market, the market share is divided, that is the half market share which with each firm, okay, as there is only two sellers and they are having the identical product, the firm may collude with each other. That means they come together and work simultaneously if they are having the identical product. Okay? If the product is the perfect substitute, if the product is perfect substitute, then there may be the price war, because the product is a perfect substitute and if one will reduce or increase the price, then the sales of the other definitely affect. So there is a high chances of the price war in this case. And if the product is differentiated in the duopoly market structure, then the price do not that much affect, okay, because the product is different from the other firm. Okay, so this is about the price output determination in the duopoly market. Now let's talk about the price output determination in the oligopoly market. Okay, the same way, if the firm selling the identical product, okay, then they would like to collude with each other. They would like to do the collusion, okay, because they would like to avoid the price war in the market, okay, and they have the stability in terms of the price. So they are having the collusion, and if the product is differentiated, the firm selling the different product from one to the other firm, they may change the price of their product. They may charge the higher prices because their product is different from the other firm, and there is lesser chances of the price war in the differentiated product. Okay, so this is about the price determination in terms of in the oligopoly market structure. Here we can't determine the price output determination because there is not a single theory which define very sufficiently this the price output determination. There are certain models of it, that is the Carnot model, okay, the Bertrand model, the Bertrand duopoly model, then the Chamberlain model of the oligopoly, then the King demand curve model, Then we have the cartels model. Okay. So these all are the model in the oligopoly market structure, which determines the price output determination. Okay. So there is no single theory or the theory which determines all these. We will talk about all the models in the advanced economic session. Okay. So this is all about the oligopoly market structure. Here we have talked that there is the firm, if they are having the identical product, then they may collude with each other. Then what is the collusive oligopoly? If the firm come together and work simultaneously, then we can say that there is a collusive oligopoly. And if they would not like to work with each other, with coming together, then we can say that there is a non-collusive oligopoly. Okay. Why the firm would like to do the collusion with each other? Because to reduce the competition in the market. Okay. To reduce the competition, to reduce the price wars. There is a high level of price wars in the oligopoly market, and to reduce that price war, so that this both of the purposes for the collusive oligopolies, in these they come together, they jointly set the prices, okay, or they may set the output and divide the market. Okay, they may divide the total market. So this whole, if there is, then we can say that this is the collusive oligopoly. Okay. So this is all about the oligopoly market structure. In the next class, we will talk about the national income and the related aggregates like the GNP, NNP, etc. So stay tuned for that. Thank you.